I was able to see the Super Bowl.
You watched the
Entire game, which honestly was some really good football.
Yeah,
I
it
was
was.
very happy for the Eagles. I definitely was rooting for the Eagles. I wanted to see them get this win. They were so close, before 2 years ago when they were up
Mhm.
against the Chiefs, and just to see them come out strong. Um, all of the different elements of it, I was just so pleased. Lettucey did a fantastic job on Lift Every Voice and Sing. She
Mhm.
never disappoints. Trombone Shorty and what's my girl Lauren Daigle doing America the Beautiful, Harry Connick Jr., John Baptiste. It was just really good music, football, and halftime show.
I was gonna say you left out something better.
I had to leave the best for last.
Okay, or is that what? Are we
Uh-oh,
doing that?
uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. You said, okay, uh-oh.
Are we
Somebody
going there?
must not have. Oh, listen, let's talk about, we'll get to it.
Okay.
We'll get to it
Okay.
because I know you clearly have much to say
You
about
know
it.
what? Here's the thing. It's not even that I have not really discussed it with anyone.
Oh,
No,
Lord. So I'm going to get your first dump.
no. It's
Okay,
because
great.
you know what? This is why I don't have that much to say about it. Good, bad, up, down, right, wrong. No judgments. Just I don't have much to say about it because I am very secure in the fact that I've never produced a Super Bowl show before. So until I do, I will
That part.
withhold my judgments. And I encourage everyone else who has taken the time out of their life today to give their dissertations to say, okay, show me how to do it. Show me how you did it when you did the Super Bowl, or show me the rollout and plan for next year when they book you for it. But if neither of those are really
Woo!
apropos for you, hush.
Listen, we kind of talked a little bit on that last week on our episode about comparison
Hmm.
and the detriment of comparison, because oftentimes comparison includes us putting our opinion and our criticism on a thing that we are very unclear. We could very well be unclear about all of the inner workings to make that thing what it is. And that
And
kind
there's
of
a difference
leads
between
us,
an opinion, which everyone has, and you have a right,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
And it doesn't mean everyone is going to like the same thing, but there are very few. And if I dare say, I haven't been all over the world, but I will say there are zero museums dedicated to
Mm,
critics.
mm.
I ain't never seen a critic hall of fame, but I don't get out much.
You are correct. I do
That's all I'm
think
saying.
I do think museums and observatories and such welcome your criticism. They welcome your
No,
opinion.
I'm
They
saying we
welcome your thoughts.
celebrate the person
But
who
we
got in
don't.
the
But
arena.
we don't celebrate the critic. You are correct.
Yeah. So I think people are so proud to criticize,
Mm.
and they feel like that is their talent, that is their gift, that is their art form. I'm saying it doesn't get memorialized in the way that you think it will.
What started criticism? Like, who was the first critic? Like, who said that it was like, listen, I'm going to make a living or make it my daily business to put words on something, to put judgment on something. Like who started that?
Oh gosh. I don't know what white person that was, but they
Listen,
had
we
to
don't know if it was white,
certain
if it
of
was
it, certain
white
of it,
person.
certain of it. But I will say social media, once you got a login, everybody thinks they have a voice. And I hate that for me. I hate that for me so much. And so I consciously don't share my opinions, excuse me, online because I like to lead by example.
Well, I like
I want
my
everybody else to stop as well.
I like my conversation to be representative of the respect and integrity that I want others to follow. I want it to reflect exactly what I expect. Um,
I like
but
thoughtful feedback. I like thoughtful
you're
feedback,
always gonna get that from me.
right?
You're
And
always
I'm
gonna
good with
get
that.
that
But
from me.
most people who log on to criticize big moments now, obviously, arguably, the Super Bowl is one of the biggest performances a performer can
Yeah,
have, an artist can have.
it's a spectacle
Correct.
in some sorts. Yeah.
Correct. And so, when you're sitting there trying to figure out how to do that, there's a lot of that, and you're also paying for it yourself. It's not like the NFL
Hmm.
pays for your Super Bowl show. Okay.
Hmm.
So there's a lot of things that go into it, whether it's the catalog, the playlist, the setup, the dances, the choreography, the outfits, whatever, whatever, whatever. Most people who I have seen writing dissertations about it, good, bad, or otherwise, today ain't never done that. And I think there's some nuance in not only having an opinion, but having a perspective. And the majority of us don't have a perspective on a halftime Super Bowl show. We can have an opinion on it for sure. But a perspective is a little bit more valued because it's based on some kind of like or shared experience. So that's why people who have
With
been
all of
married
that said,
can speak to marriages, or people who have had children can speak to parenting, or people who have been divorced. They can speak to yours, but they can speak from the perspective of when I went through that thing, right? And so I feel the same way about art. If I told a joke
I
and
don't
you
no no
didn't
no
get
no
it,
no.
if
I
you
don't
ain't
think
never got
every
on stage and told a joke, then hush.
I don't think every perspective comes only by way of shared experience. I think it comes by way of the limitation of your experience. But the more valid your perspective, the more information you have. Like the
Right.
more
Right.
information you have to inform your perspective, the more valid or
Right. Your
valuable I would
perspective
deem that.
is experience based, lack thereof, or due to.
Hmm.
Right. Of
Yeah.
course.
So with all of that said, let's get right into
Okay.
it.
Let's get into it.
Many people had words for why Kendrick Lamar,
Why was he
but
selected?
why not?
Yeah. Yeah.
But why not?
Right.
I mean, it was entertaining to a lot of us.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know too many, you know, Super Bowls that are entertaining to 100% of
Yeah.
the fan, because there's always people that are like, I could have did without, or I didn't like that. But
But Kendrick
I
was
think what
selected before he won 5 Grammys last week. You know
that
what I'm
part,
saying? He's a Pulitzer
yeah,
Prize winning artist. That
yeah.
part.
Come
So
on.
he was selected because he has the credentials and the resume of a Super Bowl performing artist. It's not too many people, if you look back, who have performed Super Bowl halftime who have his credentials. The end. Now, the NFL is 70% black. Okay.
Yes.
So if every Super Bowl halftime show was blackety black, 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 I'm on board. I don't have a problem with that.
Come on, Eunice. You better go ahead on and call it what it
Because I
is.
like science and math. I don't like
But you
feelings.
are
I don't like
science,
feelings.
ESPN, all of them. You know what it is,
But what I'm
Eunice.
saying is, so when people talk about how they feel, I don't care. Okay? Because you
Yo,
talking
that's
about how
so
you
good.
feel, that's different than how they feel. That's that. So who's right? Nobody's right about their feelings, but let's look at math and science. Okay, guys? Now, if we go on this, and this, and this, and this, shut the hell up. That's what that looked like.
I think the boy killed it. I think that that black man killed that performance. It was phenomenal on so many levels. The artistic expression, the level of quality, the intentionality, the symbolism. It was hilarious. It was provocative. It was exciting, engaging, and I was really impressed. I was really impressed.
I
And
love that quote, the great philosopher Andre 3000, who once said, the great philosopher Andre 3000 once said, y'all don't want to hear me, y'all just want to dance. I feel like Kendrick left that field and did what he came to do.
Yes, he did.
And so for that, I'm proud of him. Now, on the flip side, if
Hmm.
you just showed me Beyonce with the dancing ponies and the disco balls, then I'm conditioned to think, oh, well, if that was just a Christmas game, bring out the dancing clowns. Okay. And so it's a different
Hmm.
artist, a different time, a different artistic vision, message, very much similar and the same. And so you
Yes.
mentioned the artist, Lettucey, John Baptiste, um,
Harry Connick
Kendrick
Jr.,
Lamar.
Trombone
Well,
Shorty.
you listen. I'm listening to black ones. Um,
Oh,
Black quarterback, black MVP. What I'm saying is the revolution is being televised,
come
and that's
on.
why it's a problem. And
In
then,
the face of
baby, when
hatred,
you got
in the
Serena,
face of bigotry.
but here's what
That's
I'm saying:
right.
when you got Serena Williams, sea walking, and it might be because she dated Drake, but guess what? Y'all done dog this
She's
girl
also
so
from
Compton. You done dog this girl so bad out in America. She can dance on your grave. Be clear.